जी
चलिए तीसरा टर्म के बारे में अभी नहीं बात करते हैं, लेकिन आपका कहना है कि अगर आए तो और भी लोग हैं, उसमें डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जैसे लोग भी शामिल हैं, which takes me to you, Mohan. The point is, of course, this politics, but the Congress was not stopped from playing that political hand either. And it is not as if, as Sanjay Baru said, that the Congress has never played a political hand, right? It's not as if the Congress is sort of, you know, doodh mein dhula hua, right? So what is the angst today? Hang on, Mohan. Let me unmute you. Yeah, go ahead, Mohan. Yeah.
So I never started saying there's any angst. I mean, I'm honest about the fact that we have a complicated relationship with Narasimha Rao, but Mrs. Gandhi very eloquently said, yeah, we welcome it. Why not? You wanted her to elaborate. I don't think she is very verbose when she comes to her responses with the press. So I think it'd be a little unfair by saying that she was frosty. The other thing I'll say is that यही चौधरी चरण सिंह जी इतने महान, इनकी महानता तब याद नहीं आई 10 साल पहले जब इनके बेटे को धक्के मार के उनके घर से बाहर निकाले थे आप, तब उनका पोता आपके साथ अलायंस में नहीं था ना, शायद इसलिए याद नहीं आए। और मुझे पक्का पता है कि आप कई लोग ढूंढेंगे, कई और आए होंगे जिनको आपको भारत रत्न देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि उनके पोते भी होंगे ना जिनको आपने अलायंस में देखना है, क्योंकि परिवारवाद तब तो दिखता नहीं है आपको, जब आपके पास लोग आ जाते हैं तो परिवारवाद खत्म हो जाता है, भ्रष्टाचार भी खत्म हो जाता है।
It's a fair point, Ashwini ji. But Ashwini ji, एक minute. Can I come to the others? Then I promise you I'll come to you after that. Dr. Baru, you've made the point about the trivialization of the Bharat Ratna, but I think Sandip Ghosh makes an important point about the distinction between merit and politics. Politics is going to be there in every government's move.
No, you see, that's not the point. I mean, look, Karpoori Thakur is not the first person from the other India to get a Bharat Ratna. Acharya Vinoba Bhave got it. And when Acharya Vinoba Bhave got it from Indira Gandhi, the masses, the young people of that generation may not even have known who Acharya Vinoba Bhave was. Or even for that matter, Kamaraj was a man of the masses. So Karpoori was not the first man of the masses. There is no paradigm shift happening under this government. I think, you know, the point I'm really making is that between 91 and 2014, under three very distinguished prime ministers of both the Congress and the BJP, Narasimha Rao, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and Manmohan Singh, you look at the list of Bharat Ratnas. Just look at that list. Go back to the first 10 Bharat Ratnas under Jawaharlal Nehru. C.V. Raman, Vishweshwaraya, Khane, you know, I forget the Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, who as a philosopher got it, not as a vice president. You know, so Nehru also gave it to educationists. Narasimha Rao gave it to Satyajit Ray and J.R.D. Tata, the only businessman who got a Bharat Ratna, and very deservingly so. They changed the paradigm. Atalji gave it to Lata Mangeshkar, Bismillah Khan, you know, MS Subbulakshmi. Manmohan Singh gave it to Sachin Tendulkar, C.N.R. Rao. You know, so we went through a phase in which the Bharat Ratna was being given to people who made an intellectual contribution, an artistic contribution to the people of India, not to one political party. They did not contribute to the growth of one political party.
But it could be argued. It could be argued that from Nehru to Charan Singh to Pranab Mukherjee to L.K. Advani, I mean, all of the politicians, they didn't contribute just to their parties. They have had lasting legacies, perhaps imperfect legacies. Perhaps imperfect. I'm not glorifying them, but I'm saying that depends on your own personal ideology. I'm saying they've had an impact on India, all of them. Good, bad, ugly, they've all had an impact on India.
Barkha, sorry to be debating, but of course it depends on one's ideology. But nobody's ideology will question Amartya Sen or MS Swaminathan or C.V. Raman or Mokshagundam Vishweshwaraya, you know, or Bismillah Khan or Lata Mangeshkar or Sachin Tendulkar. No politician can criticize any of these decisions. That's the distinction I'm making.
Okay, Rahul, do you agree with Dr. Baru, or do you feel that it's naive to expect in an election year for every move of every party not to be deeply political? You know, you have Mayawati today, for instance, saying why not for Kanchi Ram? Aap Kanchi Ram ji ko bhul gaye.
That's right. You are only raising the aspirations and demands of a whole variety of people by primarily giving it to politicians. And I repeat my point. Most of these people, they have been prime ministers, chief ministers, very major political, they have wielded power at very, very high levels, if not the supreme level, the highest levels. Uh, cannot, can the Bharat Ratna not be primarily given to people who have not wielded power, political power or state power, yet the state honors them and it honors itself by honoring these citizens, their contribution. Because I mean, these are double rewards. You become a prime minister, you become a major political leader, you enjoy power so long as you are there, and yet, whether posthumously or while you are alive, you are also given the highest civilian honor. What about others? At this
Yeah.
rate, every state in this country has at least 2 dozen people who have contributed immensely to various facets of national life, including politics. So, uh, I mean, there has to be some rarity attached to Bharat Ratna. It's a rare award. It cannot be just a political, I would say, a reverie of a different kind. And when the timing and the political reasons are so palpably obvious,
Yes.
I mean, you don't need a debate on these names. The reasons are so clear in your face. It lowers the dignity and the position, the sort of place that uh, i- in which we hold the Bharat Ratna. It
Okay.
lowers the
Lowers the
sort of
prestige.
sanctity of the award.
Now you have a line. This is not a political reverie. Ashwini ji, before I close, I'll give you the last word. ये political reverie नहीं है. आप इसको एक तरह से नीचा कर रहे हैं. इसकी जो sanctity थी, इसकी जो rareness थी, उसको आप कम दर्जे पे ला रहे हैं.
बरखा जी देखिए, यहाँ पैनल में आपके समेत जितने भी लोग बैठे हुए हैं सभी अपने अपने क्षेत्र के माहिर हैं, विद्वत लोग हैं और इसमें मुझे कुछ कहना नहीं है। लेकिन एक बात मैं मोहन जी को कह के फिर जो है आगे बात करता हूँ। मोहन जी, वो धक्के मार के निकालना नहीं होता, वो संवैधानिक उसका पालना कराना होता है कि आप नहीं है सांसद तो आप बाहर रहिए, जब आप रहेंगे तो आपका सम्मान रहेगा। धक्के मारकर निकाल उसको कहते हैं, जो धोती खोला था आप लोगों ने सीताराम केसरी का, उसको धक्के मारकर निकालना कहते हैं, याद रखिएगा। दूसरा संजय बारू जी की मैं बात का जवाब देता हूं। संजय बारू जी, आपने बार बार कहा इस चीज को, मेरा सिर्फ एक वो है कि 1948 में जो है के बाद से और अभी तक 91 तक क्या B.R. अम्बेडकर साहब का और उस देश की हिंदुस्तान की आजादी में महान योगदान देने वाले पटेल साहब का कोई योगदान नहीं था कि जो उनको 91 में दिया गया और 55 में जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी ने स्वयं ले लिया, जिसको इन लोगों ने कहा कि हाँ दिया गया और ऐसे दिया गया, चलिए आप ही की बात मान लेते हैं। 55 और 91 क्या उनका कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं था? अगर वो उतनी स्टेट आजाद उस तरीके से वल्लभ भाई पटेल का प्रयास ना होता तो क्या होता? नेहरू जी 0 वोट पाने के बाद प्रधानमंत्री बन गए, वल्लभ भाई पटेल नहीं बने। उसके बाद उनको 91 तक का इंतजार क्यों कराया कांग्रेस ने? और दूसरा B.R. अम्बेडकर जिसने हमको संविधान दिया, उनको 91 तक का इंतजार क्यों कराया? और राहुल जी, आपकी बात ये रेवड़ी नहीं है, तो अगर रेवड़ी नहीं है तो मैंने पहले कहा कि जिसको जिसको मिला है उसकी योगदान की कमी नहीं है। तो ये रेवड़ी जो है इंदिरा जी ने 71 में ले लिया, राजीव गांधी ने 91 में ले लिया, ये क्यों ले लिया रेवड़ी? ये रेवड़ियां आप लोगों को उस समय भी याद आनी चाहिए। और आप प्रखर जो है प्रस्तोता हैं, लेखक हैं, आपको लिखना चाहिए कॉलम इस पर, धकाधक लिखना चाहिए कि राजीव गांधी ने जो है जो काम किया गलत किया, इंदिरा जी का ने कल आज ही लिखना चाहिए, कल के अखबारों में आना चाहिए, कल के टीवी डिबेट में आना चाहिए कि राहुल जी ने लिखा, संजय बारू जी ने किताब में अपने एक अंश लिखा कि ये गलत किया था कांग्रेस ने और आज उसको सही किया गया। जी
डॉक्टर बारू, very briefly and then I'll give Sandip the last word. Yeah, okay, Dr. Baru, yeah. Okay, Mohan, 1 second.
क्या है कि B.R. अम्बेडकर जी और पटेल जी को नहीं देना गलत काम था, मैंने लिखा है। So mistakes have been made in the past and some mistakes are getting corrected, but that is not my fundamental point. My fundamental point, as Rahul said correctly, is that Bharat Ratna is the nation's highest civilian honor. Don't give it to people in politics because they already have power. Give it to our C.V. Raman, to today's Satyajit Ray, so to the great Indians who have made India great. Politicians are not the only people who have made India great.
Okay, Rahul, very quickly. Rahul Dev.
He has the right to say what he likes. You see, अश्विनी जी, अभी हम लोग अभी चर्चा कर रहे हैं, तो अभी जो हमें ठीक लग रहा है हम वो कह रहे हैं। हमें तब लिखना चाहिए था, तब लिखा था कि नहीं लिखा था, इससे हमारी बात ना सही हो जाएगी ना गलत हो जाएगी। बात ये है कि ये एक असाधारण, इट्स एन एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी, द हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड। Politicians, by their very nature of their job, already have enjoyed power and impact and respect and contribution. Their contribution is well recognized. Most of these people, they have their anniversaries celebrated every year in their respective fields and respective states. There are awards in their names. There are statues. Dr. Ambedkar, does he need a Bharat Ratna? Frankly, I mean, every second village in this country has his statue. He's like a demigod for a very large number of people. Does he? I mean, does he need us or the state or government of India to recognize his recognition contribution? No, I don't think
Okay.
this is what this award was
Okay.
meant for and it should be used for.
Okay.
This is my
And,
point.
and I think both of you acknowledge that it's not that the Congress has not trivialized it in its time in choices
Absolutely.
that it's made. Mohan, did you still have something to say? Sandeep, 30 seconds after that, we're very over time.
तो अश्विनी जी को मैं तो सिर्फ अश्विनी जी को ये कहना चाह रहा था कि सरदार पटेल जी से आप इतना प्यार करते हैं कि एक स्टेडियम उनके नाम में था मोटेरा में, वो भी आपने बदल के नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नाम में कर दिया। तो ये टिप्पणियां छोड़िए जी, आपने नया स्टेडियम जब बनाया उनका नाम भूल गए
वो
आप।
अभी भी है, अभी भी है।
अच्छा,
एक
छोटा सा
स्टेडियम उसमें से नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेडियम है, बाकी संकुल वही है, पटेल संकुल
Okay.
ही है वो।
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a very separate stadium. I think we are conflating two different issues, and I
Yeah.
think this is again a distortion as a conflation. But I like Rahulji's statement. By that token, I hope the Gandhi family will never get anything, because practically every city, every stadium, every road, everything is named after some Gandhi or the other, and they were named even before they died or whatever. So I think there should be a policy that for the rest of our history, nothing more should go to the Gandhi family. If that is the logic accepted, is fine. But coming back to Charan Singh for a moment, first point has been already made by Ashwini ji. Just because my grandfather, luckily my grandfather and forefathers were never so famous, did something doesn't absolve me from any wrongdoing. That does not give me a right that I cannot move out. That's a separate issue. But talking of Charan Singh, I would not exclude politicians, because politicians' contribution is sometimes much bigger than they're having. It's a matter of coincidence that Charan Singh became a prime minister for a short period. But today I was corrected on that tweet by our mutual friend Ashok Malik. He said, don't go by the general gossip. Look at what Charan Singh's contribution has been to the UP agri community, the so-called, who are now the OBCs and those people. So his contribution go much beyond that. So we have to see. And the last point, where again I agree with Rahul ji, I think, say, his grandson has not done him any favor by today saying, making it appear as if it was a quid pro quo. Or this timing, which everybody, Mr. Modi himself has done. I think those are very, very valid points. But coming back to what I told you earlier, I think we must be critical to judge the merit versus